Previously on La Felicità, we leave Norway and cross over into Sweden for a change of scenery from fjords to forests. Hike in the Abisko National Park. Our van breaks down as we ran out of fuel, and we are on a mission to see a wild moose. So that's the first moose sign we are seeing here in Sweden, and we really want to see a real moose here in this country because the signs are everywhere.
But now, due to a suddenly appearing winter, we had to abandon the moose search and drove south in order to escape the snow and freezing temperatures. We were really pushing it, traveling around northern Norway and Sweden with a plan to head south when the winter would arrive. But we weren't expecting it to happen overnight. Still, it was also really special, and with a great view in front, because everybody else was behind us, we kind of enjoyed driving through this winter wonderland.
Every now and then we stopped to get rid of all the snow and ice and to give all the others the chance to pass us. We drove all day like this until it got dark.
Yesterday the snow came kind of overnight, and that's why we started driving south, and we drove for about 8 hours. We wanted to drive as far as we didn't see any more snow, but overnight this happened and now we are completely snowed in. The road is not really cleared. Very muddy. Eventually the temperature climbed above zero and the snow started to melt. Also, the road was finally cleared. So after cleaning the rest of the snow and ice off, we drove on into the next bigger city. To escape the cold and relax a little bit, we hung out at IKEA a lot. A bit weird, but what is there to say against free coffee, Wi-Fi, electricity, toilets and a lot of comfortable seating to choose from.
We also imagined what it would be like to live in an apartment again, with running warm water, a proper kitchen and heating. But after spending some time wandering around, we realized that we don't need that. We are more than happy with our home that gives us the chance to be completely independent and lets us stay at different spots every day and sleep in the same bed every night. But now, because it has been a while, now it's time for a shower.
For the first time after 2 months, we checked in on a small camping ground, which sounds relaxing, but there's actually a lot to do. Washing laundry, drying laundry, take advantage of hot running water to give the dishes a good clean. Eat cinnamon buns for lunch obviously, I mean this is Sweden. Fill up our water tank, which was not really convenient at this place. and get some work done on the computer. As this was also a retailer for motorhomes, we had a look around and soon realized what we missed out on. We don't have that. We also don't have a children's bedroom. We don't have all of that. Oh, we don't have that. And sadly we don't have swivel seats. We don't have that, but that's a good idea. Ooh, an oven that we don't have. We wish we would have that. And we don't have that. This would be fancy. And we don't have the steps, but we don't need.
For an afternoon of sightseeing, we also went into the city, which turned out to be Umeå. As it was still very cold outside, we continued our journey, but after several recommendations we had to make a stop at the Skuleskogen National Park. It is located on the east coast in central Sweden, also known as the High Coast, Höga Kusten in Swedish, because it is the highest section of the coast of the Baltic Sea. We were told it is an absolutely beautiful hike, through forests, a famous canyon and along the ocean, and we really were looking forward to it, especially as we had finally some nice weather. But then...
Yes, most of the wooden boards that are supposed to make it easier to walk through the forest were frozen and really slippery, but we managed it without even falling over once. During the last ice age, the ice was about 3 kilometers thick in this region. The massive weight pressed down the ground 800 meters lower as it is today. After the ice melted 10,000 years ago, the land started to rise again, and is actually still rising about 8 millimeters per year, forming this new coastline. There were several fields of these smooth rocks, which were softened by water over time, because this was once the ocean ground.
This is Slotstrandgreven, one of the main attractions. A narrow canyon, a straight cut through the cliffs and part of the trail. It is famous from the movie Ronja the Robber's Daughter, based on the children's book by the Swedish author Astrid Lindgren. Several scenes were shot in the whole national park, for example, the robbers riding through the canyon.
There are actually a lot of these small huts along hiking routes in Sweden. A great option instead of a tent, and they are free. You just have to chop your own firewood.
As it started to get dark, the edge of the forest revealed the ocean. It was a bit strange to walk out of the forest and directly onto a beach. And that was it. We stayed the night and drove on in the morning.
Hello neighbors.
I'm back on the E4, the land of the moose.
After several days of driving, we now finally covered enough distance to escape the below zero temperatures during the night. And also the weather was changing too, giving us beautiful sunshine. So we went back into slow travel mode along the coast, stopped at a historical harbour with this crane which looked more like a Swedish sauna. It is actually a steam crane from 1881, which unloaded mostly iron at this harbour for transport to other Swedish and foreign ports. Amazing to accidentally come to these random places that have a lot of history and are fun to explore. It was really nice to be able to go outside without being cold all the time, and our solar system was starting to smile again. Also the small solar lamps and batteries could be charged, and it was also time for a good clean of our van Felicita. We spent a couple of days here enjoying the ocean and wandering around.
Yes, so we have finally done it. We escaped the winter. Not that we don't like snow, but we actually never planned to be so far north so late in the year, and our van is also not really set up for cold temperatures. We don't have winter tires because they are simply not available anymore for this particular van. Our heater is not the best and not working very reliable. And our water tank is under the van, so it could freeze in below zero temperatures. So all in all, we were more than happy to be able to walk along the beach again without thick winter coats.
Next time on La Felicita, we try to see what Swedish supermarkets offer you if you want to shop plastic free, and cook some easy recipes with what we can find. In search of a toilet. What is this? Oi! Is this a toilet? Ah, you found it!
We're gonna